That's all the fruits.
Yeah, before I was done, you know, mango, the apple, the blueberry. And now I said, fuck, I want to switch up. That still be banging, that's one of my favorites still, but the blueberry be staying in glass too much. I be having to clean that shit, man, hard. So now with the raspberries, I don't gotta clean it that hard. And it's a different vibe, so I can switch up, you know what I'm saying?
Avocado, you put avocado with it.
I slow down details.
Oh, so it's gonna be done?
Yeah. You can still be cleansing, yeah, but it's slow down details.
My brothers can kick it off. We lit.
We lit. What's the enemy of the state, right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Somebody can grab second of the 16th one day.
alright, come on, alright. Shalom, Israel. Like to give all. Oh.
Alright, I got it. That's all.
That was on the laptop, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was that.
I don't want to see this. Good.
Good now?
Yeah, it's good.
Do that intro, what was saying, trying to mess with us already. I want to get this thing kicked off.
Hey,
Shalom, Israel. Let us give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Kadash.
The one to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Lake out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love, truth, sincerity. And the brothers, GMS Soldiers of Faith, New Jersey, you know, come with the weekly sit down. You know, Shalom to the Akim on the comment board, just joined it. And today's topic we're going to get into is the enemy of the state. And you know, with the times that we are heading into, you know, and everything's sprucing itself up, you know, with the government shut down, you know what I'm saying? Brothers is talking about, you know, some of the benefits and stuff being taken away from the people, you know what I'm saying? So we see this thing is, hey, it's like they say, the snowball effect, you know what I'm saying? You drop a ball down the hill, start rolling, it's picking up motion, man. So these prophecies, hey, they picking up motion, man. You know what I'm saying? How the scriptures say, wait for it, it shall not tarry. Hey, now we're seeing it picking up even more. And as we see it pick up even more, you know that Esau, his inner workings and all his inner plans that he got for us of the hopeful elect, they about to even come more to fruition, man. So we're gonna wind up seeing them trying to target us more. They even targeting on it. Look, they start off saying what? Faggot. Damn, I'm sorry. Can't even say that no more. You know what I'm saying? Or they got a problem with it. I did a video on Tommy Sotomayor, and I just did a response to his video about him talking about the so-called Jews and them, you know, sucking off the little boys for the, you know, the circumcision and all that. And they blocked people being able to comment on my video, talking something inappropriate and all that, man. So they starting to attack us on that level. So it's going to get even further, man. They're going to target us out like those are the guys, man. We know it's coming through the red list, yellow list, blue list, and all that. We know what list we're going to be on already. The list of execution, man, before martial law hits, man. So we the true enemies of the state. They made that movie about Will Smith and all that for people like us, the prophets, the men of Yahawashi, you know?
let's start off with the scripture. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. It says, yeah, and all that will live godly in Yahawashi Mashiach shall suffer persecution.
Right, all that will live godly in Yahawashi shall suffer persecution, man. So it's coming. We know what we're destined for, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you go into Hebrews, the 12th chapter, and how it talks about my son despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, when you go into the word chastening, the word is, you got two of them, it's paidae and paiduo, which is pretty much around the same thing, you know, and it talks about the training and educating of children, man, of mind and morals and cultivating their spirit, man. So us suffering this persecution, all it is cultivating our spirit to be able to receive the battle of that great day and be able to handle it fiercely in the name of Yahweh and be able to stand up for those names, man. We all being prepped for it now. So brothers, the hell that's coming into us, man, embrace it, man. You know what I'm saying? The lives and the comfortability that we all have, all that stuff is about to be taken away, man, because we public enemy number one, man, not the rap group, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, brother on the comment board, Shalom, Shalom, says the kingdom is within. He put Shalom, brothers, Shalom. He said Trump had a live conference today, so the government is still shut down. You know, the water Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. You know?
Hey, and when you go into that speech that he had, he's trying to basically come up with some type of compromise, you know. But he's still holding the government shutdown as hostage, man, to get his will, you know. but we know it's all of a political game, you know, and this is done by design, you know, and just this last week, you know, they had actually gave out the food stamp benefits. They actually gave them extra money, so they gave them money for this month and next month, you know, and people don't basically have, our people don't have discipline, man, so the money's probably basically all gone by now, you see,
Hey,
you know.
may I say this? You had what was it? This week, beginning of this week, you know, they gave everybody this month food stamps. You know, so what that mean? You know, they gave people that's on EBT, they gave them food stamps really of their next month food stamps. So now, you know, they got their next month food stamps. They stacked up going into next month. So you got to really be wise on how you know, get your food, because next month there is no money that's coming to their cards. So that's just the proof that the fact that, you know, the government shutdown is going to be shut down next month. You know, it's going to be shut down. It's going to be shut down for a while, man. You know?
And that's just basically, you know, the high ups, the elites, man, you know, they're gonna take advantage of this crisis, man. This is a crisis,
Right.
so to speak, man. So we know through the spirit that they're gonna, you know, see forward on that crisis, man. They're gonna take advantage of it, man. You know, because they're seeing that now this can be a ripple effect on the economy. You know, because here it is that you have 800,000 federal workers that are not working anymore. Okay, now they don't have money to spend in these stores, so now a lot of these stores are going to suffer because of that. You know, and it's a ripple effect. You see, you know, and this is can be like the beginning of the downfall, man. You know, we see it through the spirit, man. You know, and we know this is done by design, man. You know, so they have to find that weak link in somewhere in the foundation, man. And the first and foremost foundation sector is the federal government, man. You know, because hey, man, a lot of those jobs, man, they can really do without, man. You know, here it is. You got Jake at a high level at TSA agents, man. They don't really need those people in there. You know, okay? They got these biometric machines, man. That's taking the place of them now, man. That can basically do body scans, man. You know. So they're basically, a lot of them, they're gone, man. They're not gonna get their jobs back. A lot of them went out to go seek other jobs, but at the end of the day, man, they don't care if they did come back, man, because they're dispendable, man. It's dispendable, man. You know.
Yeah. Hey, another point too with these jobs, a lot of these people getting laid off and people not getting paid anymore. Also investments, like a lot of people will put them will take their money out of the stocks in anticipation of it crashing.
Yeah.
So instead they'll bail out of the crash. They'll bail out to protect their own money, and in the same turn, crash the stock market, man. You know, and that affects the dollar heavily as well. You know, so it's all a big ripple effect, like the brother said. Yeah.
You got something?
I was gonna say this, Isaiah 31:1, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. All right, and that's why, and that's why next month, when all these people that are relying and dependent on Esau's benefits, his EBT cards, his SNAP, his WIC, Section 8 housing, when all this is taken away, when the vintage is taken away, you know, a lot of people are going to go crazy because they don't trust in the Holy One of Israel. You know, a lot of people, our people aren't built to not eat for, let alone 3 hours, let alone 3 days to a week. You know.
Yeah, people don't even have breakfast anymore because they eat midnight snacks. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast is you breaking the fast. And what's the time of you fasting throughout the course of the night? You know what I'm saying? That's what breakfast essentially is. But people don't even do that. They don't even have the discipline to go a few hours without even eating, even though they're supposed to be asleep.
Right.
You know, real quick, because this was also making us an enemy of the state, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. You know, and Esau's not making an account of our labors, man. You know, he media box brothers, You know what I'm saying? He takes brothers' videos down. You know, he suspends brothers' channels. You know, hey, while we was at the camp today, you know, there was a lady, she actually pulled up, you know, and wanted to ask a question. She was trying to pretty much get a drive-through meal. You know, she wanted to ask a question, and then she went to asking, can I interview you guys? I'm like, I mean, you can ask whatever question you want. Just come on now. She's like, oh no, it's too cold. You know, she wanted to ask like a one-on-one. She wanted to do like a one-on-one thing. I perceived she was like a journalist or something to that effect. I'm like, yeah, no, we don't do those. We don't do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We just out here every Saturday teaching the word. You know what I'm saying? So what this truth is out, you know, because she was familiar with us, but she didn't know actually what the topic that we were getting into was about. But you know, people see us and they see controversy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that's not being done. You know, it's only peculiar people that's standing out there in the prick code teaching the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's a peculiar people. That's the Lord's elect out there. You know, because the scriptures speak upon being instant in season and out of season. Our ways is of another fashion, as spoken of in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter. You know, so when people see our ways being of another fashion, they already deeming us terrorists. They already deeming us contrary to their belief system. You know, but that's because the Spirit of the Lord is convicting them, because they're wicked. You know.
Hey, brother, he put the kingdom is within. He said you're right that the DACA program that Trump offered today, but Nancy and Chuck denied what he proposed today. So the next step is a national state of emergency. Is the next step.
Right. Yep.
See through the Spirit, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, because you've seen that caravan now, and they have these images of another caravan coming up to the border, you know, and now they're saying that 90% of the heroin is coming through the border. Now, this is that narrative now that they're painting now, and that they're painting these Israelites, okay, all right, the Northern Kingdom brothers, you know, they're trying to paint them as being these unsavory people, man, that are trying to come to the border, and something has to be done. And we know that we have there's a large heroin epidemic going on in this country, man. You know, so now what they're trying to, the narrative is now that 90% of the heroin is coming through the southern border. You see, you know, so now they're showing the images of the caravan also, you know, to where they're coming here, and the scriptures say that, you know, Ephraim shall bring their children to the murderer, man. You know, really chiefly talking about the Northern Kingdom as a whole, you know. But we see it through the Spirit, man, where he's gonna call a national emergency, man. You know, because now he's planting that seed of those fear tactics, man. That fear mongering amongst the people, man. You know, and you got people that are totally bought into that. You know, I got something real quick, right?
Before you get out, I just want to make a point. The wall is nothing but a smoke and mirror. That's a distraction. That's pretty much like an interlude to bring in something greater, in which we know to be the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. That's the spearhead of their agenda. That's like the stamp of their whole agenda. You know, this whole walls that was shut down and everything. That's all. You know, shutdown is good, but the wall is just pretty much a smoke and mirror. You know, for something greater to come.
Yeah. This is Psalm chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set your heart not upon them. You know, and our people are totally dependent on this system, man. You know, to give them what it is that they put forth and offer to desire. Yeah, you know, okay, and they're painting a narrative to where, you know, these people are coming here for jobs and to be able to try to seek a better life, man. You know, but as a whole, our people still trust in this place, man, and we see it through the Spirit that is fallen. You know, we know it. It says, "The Most High has spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto the Most High." You know, we know that the Lord is what's stirring this thing up, man. You know, through the Spirit, man. You know, and the time has come, man. So now, you know, all roads lead to the beginning of the imminent destruction of this place, man. You know, the implosion of it crumbling from inside out, man. You know, here it is. You know, you got these citizens here that they can't really see it, man. You know, but we know that the little breaking up of the fringes of it to where you have, okay, the government workers not working, but we still know through the Spirit that it's a domino effect, man, and it's going to affect all sectors of this economy soon if it prolongs, you know.
Got some.
this is yeah, man, because you look at it, man, we always, you understand, before we even get into a lesson, we say all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, all right, which means, and we say Ba'ashem Kakodash, which means we're speaking in the spirit. What really we're doing, all that we're doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is putting a light to what's being done to you. It's not that we're doing it, but people are gonna say, you know, that's how people perceive it. That's how they perceive Yahushua, man, when they brought Yahushua in front of the magistrates. They said that you know, they basically they counted his words that he was saying spiritually as something that he would actually do, which is, that's not us, man. Now this is a site, it's called COINTELPRO, in which it explains itself. This is COINTELPRO. The FBI began COINTELPRO, short for the Counterintelligence Program, in 1956 to disrupt the activities of the Communist Party of the United States. In the 1960s, it was expanded to include a number of other domestic groups such as Ku Klux Klan, the Socialist Workers Party, and the Black Panthers Party. All COINTEL operations were ended in 1971. All right, and the point I wanted, it says, let me see. It says COINTEL was later rightfully criticized by Congress and the American people for abridging First Amendment rights and for other reasons. And these go into the different groups that they you know, that they looking into: white hate groups, New Left, Puerto Rican groups, Black extremists, Hoodwink, Cuba, Socialist Workers Party, espionage programs. So these are things, as it says, they started in what, the 50s. These are things that Esau, you know what I'm saying? These are things that Esau set up, man, to go against the people with, man. You know, and you know, this is what Esau is gonna push out on us, man. Like that's why that thing came out. What is it? Last year, actually, that we're a Black extremist group, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is things that we're telling you that Esau is going to push on the people, you know, as far as labeling them as terrorists, as Black extremist groups. And even if you're not a part of GMS, you're still going to be labeled as a Black extremist group, man.
Yeah, you call yourself an activist, you believe in a religion, you believe in God, not the government. Man, you got paid agents, man. That's infiltrating the camps, man. Mm-hmm. You know, for that guy Sakari to talk about, to go on record and say that we are the Black identity extremists, man, that guy's a paid agent, man.
Right.
And if he's not, he's just plain up stupid.
And he is, because you know, when things don't go in Esau's favor, as far as like say they have so-called non-violent protests, what do you have? You always have an agent where he's always actually getting caught, to where he's trying to do things to provoke it to become violent. Right. You know, and that's what the Sakari group is, man. You know, and that's what Esau. Esau. He's gonna set up. He's gonna set up things. All right, like it says right here, Psalms 119:95. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. And this is what Esau's doing. All right, but he's making it seem like we're doing it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, basically demonizing us. You know, we make clear of what we prophesize and what we speak about. You know, we even correct those that try to demonize us, and those that truly understand, they'll listen to the videos and they go, okay, I understand it. But then you got those that hate, so they just want evil and bad to happen to you because they don't like the fact that, you know, what's coming out of your mouth. But what you people fail to realize is that we're just messengers from the Most High. You know, all of you people gonna have to meet Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And we're just telling you and warning you that these things are coming. You know? Hey, you make yourself the 2/3 when you get upset when we speak about the 2/3. You know, I don't know you personally. I never came to your house and disrespected you. But you offended at what we speak, which is through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit of the Lord, then that obviously makes you a part, you know, of the 2/3, the enemy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, the scriptures say, do your unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. So just because you don't believe or you want to demonize us and try to shut us up, you know, that's not going to stop the fact that Yahushua is going to return. You actually?
Oh yeah, but the only reason why they feel that way is because when they see us, it indicates that their deeds are evil. You know what I'm saying? When you hear this, you've been, you know, moving in a certain fashion, maybe 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever the case may be, thinking that you was doing it right the whole time. and then you actually hear the messengers of the Lord, you know, tell you contrary to the way you're moving, you know, is the right way to move, they get fed up with us. You know, but in actuality, they're getting fed, they fed up with Yahweh Shem Yahushua because we're nothing but messengers. You know, but something real quick, this is the book of Psalm chapter 94, verse 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? You know, and that's what's deeming us the enemy of the state. You know what I'm saying? Because we're rising up for the Lord, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, against the evildoers. Who's the evildoers? The wicked. You know, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's talking about these Edomites, man. They're the ones working evil in the world. You know, this whole government shutdown is wicked. You know, when you get into the scriptures and how you're supposed to deal when it comes to people working and payments being issued, it's wicked. You know, here it is. They got GMO foods. It's wicked. That's a work of evil. You know, putting chemtrails in the air. That's a work of evil. You know. So the Lord said, who's going to stand up for him against the evildoers? The elect. The men out there standing out there with great boldness in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, telling you what it is. And it says, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And when you check out a lot of these entertainers, they got to be politically correct. You know, they can't speak upon homosexuals. You know, even if they do speak upon homosexuals, they have to retract their statements. Look, man, we have free course in the Lord. Whatever we say in the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, in sincerity and in truth, we stand upon it. You know, we stand upon it, and them devils know that. That's why their only defense is to take down our videos, you know, intermedia block us, you know, and send strikes upon the channel. Other than that, you hold no weight. You know, but that's all counts going against you being convicted of your wickedness, man.
Preacher?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this out real quick. My brother's the heart. This is John 15 and verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Yeah, man, just because, like, in that, I believe in the same chapter, John, the scripture also say, because Yahushua said, because I testify that their deeds are evil, man. And because we do that, you know, we speak through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Like brothers always say, man, we speak through the spirit, and it may be people that get cut. You know what I'm saying? We speaking through the spirit, man, but it still be people that get cut. It's not like we speaking in specifically, we speaking in general, man. All right? But if the shoe fits, wear it, man. You know, and going into what the brother Shar was saying, like Esau, you know, he always says how what the brother Shar always says, like, if the hate don't work, they start telling lies, man. You know, and then the hate's not working, man. So guess what? They're just gonna start coming down, you know, having great wrath.
Hey, if the hate don't work, they start telling lies. When the lies don't work, they get violent.
Yeah. That's why we got the GMS coon hunting, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know.
I'm just finishing up. Verse 23. He that hateth me, hateth my Father also. And if I had not done among them the works which now other men did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeded from the Father, he shall testify of me. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
Hey, and that's beautiful, man, because why? Because this word is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart, man. You know, and I got something real quick. This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the divided asunder of the soul and spirit, and the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart, man. Because here it is, man. You got guys that'll put a thumbs down on a comment board, man. But there's no rebuttal, man. That's how we know we're on the right course, man. You know, you see? You know, because you're cut to the heart, man. But all you can do is press that dislike button, man. But there's no rebuttal. And then when you have a rebuttal, man, there's no content on your channel, man. You know? Okay? You know, the scriptures say, we are the defender of the gospel, man. You see? You know, so if you disagree with what we're saying, now where is your doctrine, man? Where is your correction on where we're going wrong for, man? You know? What is what you're saying that's contrary to what it is that we're saying? You know? Debate thy cause with thy neighbor, man. You see? You know, but the dislike button goes for naught, man. You know, that's just emotion. You know, a vain emotion, man. You know, of a click of a button, but no rebuttal, man. You see, you know, it's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart, man. You know.
Yeah, that's why they killed Stephen. You know, Stephen was up there rebuking those wicked Israelites. And then all they could do is just gnash on them with their teeth and just roll up on them and grab them, man. You know? And why is that? You don't your scripture out? This is Amos chapter 5, verse 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. You know? Because what our people want to hear smooth things. That's another scripture I got here. Isaiah 30:9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. We had a Jake that came up to us earlier in camp and was like, yeah, why can't our people just get it? Because they're stiff-necked, rebellious people. It's that simple. You know, hard-headed as fuck. You know?
Hey, real quick though, Jake, man, you still a part of that sinking ship, man. Yeah, Babylon is that sinking ship, man. And here it is, you got Jake, they want to try to put their crusty foot and try to plug in the holes in the arms and the elbow and try to hold this place up, man. You know, you're the only people here that are holding this place up, man. You know, you being believing in what is being told unto you, man, from Esau Edom, man. You're holding this place up on crutches, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're refusing to let this fall, man. Why? It's because you're not coming back to the Heavenly Father, man. You know, you're the only one with your beliefs is holding this place up, man. You know, because the scripture says, man, if we all would pray to the east, roughly paraphrasing, man, the Lord would come back, man. But we know our people are not going to do that. You see? So we always have somebody that's adverse to the scriptures, man. We're always going to have the wicked amongst our people, man, that's going to come up against us, man. You know? We see it through the scriptures, man. You know?
Reading on, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Right, so it's like, even when you think about like too in Yahweh Shai's day, when Yahweh Shai used basically examples easy to be understood, man. He used examples that, you know what I'm saying, as far as like for example, might be like I don't know, maybe something like a flower or something that was common back in that time. All right, so that people could understand. Now we tell people, okay, America's going down according to what you see on the news. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that we're gonna do it. You know, we're saying America's going down. You know, we give you statistics about what's happening. The government shut down. We give you some scriptures, and we go home, man. You know, but people rather hear, okay, nah, don't tell me that. You know, tell me prosperity, man. You know, when there's no prosperity coming, man. You know, the scriptures say love working no ill to his neighbor. So you know, hey, this real love, man. He's telling you get your shit together because hey, you about to you know what I'm saying, be destroyed at the rate you going.
Like who wouldn't want to, you know what I mean, be notified about somebody like, yo, just say for instance, you know what I'm saying, like you coming to check me out, you know what I'm saying, on my block, you never been there before, you know what I'm saying? Then I know it's a big ass pothole right down the street, but I just let you go off and you just ride into the fucking pothole and fuck your shit up. Now you gotta get a damn tow or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Be one of the people, man. This is what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Our main job, according to what Jeremiah 28:8-9, that we go out, that we telling people what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The prophets have always wanted people of destruction, death, famine, and all these different things. We secondarily get into teaching because we not always just going to prophesy. We gotta let our people know who they are at the same time. Let them know their rightful place in the earth and who they are as a people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because death is coming. would you not want to know that death is coming so you can do what you need to do to protect yourself from it?
Exactly.
Like, it just makes sense. Like, here it is, if you have problems with somebody from the other side of town, and here it is somebody from your town overhears a conversation about individuals ready to take you out at this particular time, would you not want to know about it so you can arm yourself? You know what I'm saying? And protect yourself? Or not be in an area where they know you're going to be? That's all we doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Telling you that the opposition is coming, and he's coming to take your ass out, man. But here it is, you siding with the enemy. Here it is, you siding with the enemy, and you deem us the enemy, the people and the vessels who the Lord is using to, because he's doing the ultimate deliverance, but we got the information for you to receive that deliverance. You know, but you got 2/3 of our people giving us the Heisman. It's cool. It's all right.
Can I say this real quick? It's like, here it is, you telling Jake don't go down Springfield Avenue because there's a road stop.
Yeah.
He like, man, I'm going down there anyway, you know? But he ain't even got his registration right, insurance card, license good, you know? Hey, that's what's happening. You going right down, hey, the scriptures say my sheep are headed to the slaughter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and and we got a couple more analogies you can use too. It's like that low drawing bridge, man. We're just telling you to duck, man. You know, or that punch. You know, you're in the boxing ring, and that punch that we see from the opposition, he threw it last week. And we see it. We're telling you that it's coming. You know, that left hook.
The coach be at the bottom of the ring. Dub, right hand. And you know it. Boom.
Hey, real quick, I got a precept based upon what the brother just said. This is somebody else. I mean, those gonna probably get into it. So Luke 12 and verse 54 says, and when he said, you know, this Yahweh shall speak, and he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there come up a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea.
It's a lot of they see it's about to snow. You know what I'm saying? They see, hey, they can feel like how cold it gets, or maybe like a day or two before it's like a little warm. Like, oh damn, it's about to start snowing soon. I can feel it. And then the day, the calm right before the storm is like freezing, and people will tell you like, yeah, it's about to come down, it's about to snow.
But and then they go to the shop right.
Yeah,
to get rack up all the food.
Yeah,
so they know it's about to snow.
But you can't. The Lord is giving the signs of the end of this society, but they don't want to get right.
Exactly. Yeah, verse 57, yea, and why even not of yourselves judge ye not what is right? Because what? People are doing things based upon their own emotions, man.
Exactly.
You can't see that. Emotions cloud your judgment. That's why this whole world is fucked up. Why did Esau, you know what I mean, going back to, Cain and Abel not before Esau, why did he commit the first murder on earth, recorded on earth? Based off of emotions, man. Everything goes back to an emotional ass state, man. You got to be able to look at things for what it is, and that's exactly what the hell.
Good. It's back.
Esau, you know your goddamn time zones for the live stream, man. But you know what I'm saying, the point I was getting into, I'm saying everything goes back into an emotional ass state, man. If you can't see things for what it truly is, then you dead. It's simple as that. Why do people have petty ass arguments all the time? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody obviously got in their feelings about some shit, and now they can't even see the situation. When you get into an argument after a while, you didn't even forget what you're arguing about.
Right.
Because somebody got so out in their emotions and they started bringing up all this over other shit. What that got to do with what I'm telling you about, man? Nothing, man. So our people get it. As soon as we say something about the woman or anybody, oh, y'all bashing women. What are you talking about? We telling you what it is. Why do you have a problem with this, man? Why do you have a problem with this?
Or some of these jokers, they watch from YouTube, or they may come across a different camp, and they get cut. And then when they see you that Saturday, they never saw you before, they come with the same problem that they had before and just throwing it on us.
Exactly.
And we got to deal with the shit.
Exactly.
You know?
Hey, we don't neglect truth, man. This is what we do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah is to bring out truth because this is the truth, man.
Yeah.
Everything that Esau's putting out there is nothing but bullshit, man. All right? And what truth always get ate up by the lies all day long, man. You know what I'm saying? When you at a table with somebody or y'all going over things, y'all can spew y'all emotions all y'all want. But what kills all of that? To get down to it. The truth, man. He can say one thing, but at the end of the day, well, what's the facts of the matter? What can we weigh out in this situation? What do we see? What do we know the actions that we're taking? We know the actions that were taken based upon the so-called white man that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We know the actions upon that what we taken through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, that we are the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit. And that they want to come at us because we are the real enemies of the state, as this lesson is entitled, man. We are the threat to their new world order, to their reign supreme, how they want to, man. They're not going to because the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah is too heavy out here, man. That's why we raising back up as an army from the valley of the dry bones, man, as it gets into Ezekiel the 38th chapter, man. The spirit is rolling right now, and they ain't gonna stop till Esau roll the fuck out, man.
Yeah, and the Lord is showing our testimony to be true. Like the saying goes, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You know what I'm saying? So we know a lot through the Spirit, but the Lord is also bringing the proof because why? The prophecies are speaking. That's why he raised up the apostles last. You know what I'm saying? Because what? At the end it shall speak and not lie. What's going to speak the prophecies? It all lines up, man. And that's what Esau is upset about. And he's wondering how we figured it out. It's something to call being spiritual in faith. Something that you were denied of from the womb. Can't get right. You know?
Hey, the brother on the common board, Kingdom Within, he brought out Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. So what are we? We're watchmen. We're on a watchtower. When you're on a watchtower, but you got different angles that you can look from. So we looking from every angle possible and being in the spirit and tell you what's going over here, over here. The news do it, right? The news, north, east, west, south. So on our watchtower, we look in all directions. That's called being circumspect, man. As the scriptures tell us to be, man. You know what I'm saying?
They have him say, I stand upon my watch and wait to see what he'll say unto me.
Exactly.
When I'm reproved.
Exactly.
You know?
That's all about having your head on swivel, man.
Circumspect.
And even in Spanish, and the word for witness is testimony. It's like a witness is testimony. You know, so like you said, you witness something. The only way you can testify of something is if you witnessed it, man.
And the scriptures say that we are witnesses when you go into Acts the 10th chapter. We are witnesses of the Lord. And since Esau, what you want to do, or when you got a witness against you committing a crime, you want to kill off the witness. You don't want him to make it to the stand. You don't want him to plead his case before the judge. We plead our case every day before the judge was Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah, man. Every single day, man.
You can't kill us.
Exactly. Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. You won't touch the apple of the Most High's eye until that time, man. And when that time comes, we know if we gotta die, be martyred for Yahweh Shemel Shah, so be it, man.
That's right. You guys don't kill nothing. We lay our lives down. Just like with Yahweh Shah. Y'all ain't killing nothing but this punch buggy of a flesh. You know, this ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Carry ailments. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, at the end of the day, you'll be doing us a favor. Because the dead in Yahweh Shah shall rise first. You know? We're gonna have the first, we're gonna be the first ones on those chariots wreaking havoc upon you.
Even in that, you know, like the Maccabees,
Yeah.
before they died, they were still cursing out.
Exactly.
Hey, can I bring this out real quick? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2.
Yeah.
And
that's what the Nally joke.
this is Wisdom of Solomon 2. I'll start at 19. I mean, you miss a whole lot of it.
Yeah, spirit going for the spiritual hole in your back.
Yeah, this is the Mac 11.
Yeah, that's that Ricky.
It says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. Now, mind you, this is Esau's mindset toward the hopeful elect. So, like,
Let's go at 12 now.
Start at 12?
Yeah.
I was just trying to get a point. It's a point in here though.
I feel you really am too. It's cool.
It's a whole lot though.
I mean,
Hey, we bring it on.
Hey, brothers and sisters. Start at 12. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary of our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
Real quick, it's like real quick though, when you go reading that scripture right there, but that goes to our heritage, man.
Yeah.
Even when you go back into with Haman,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
how we are clean contrary to their laws, man.
Yeah.
You know, of how we will always distinct from everybody else's customs, man. You know, and they hated us for that, man. You know, that's all throughout the scriptures, man. It's all throughout our inheritance, man. You know.
It says, verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces that the end of the just be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father.
Hey, and we prove through the scriptures though, man, of the righteous, the holy and the righteous, man, and the unholy, man.
Right.
You know, you of unholy children, man. You know.
Verse 17, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Right, and that's basically real quick. That's basically you they're gonna tempt the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? To deliver the righteousness out of any situation that we're in, man. But we have faith through Yahweh Shah Shah, man, that we're gonna get through that, man. If we are in that situation,
Yeah, persecution.
right?
It says, verse 19, let us examine him with the spitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
So they want to test us out. They want to test us because, hey, look, these videos, you know what I'm saying? They look, when we get brought before the judges and the magistrate, they got the accounts. You know what I'm saying? They got these videos.
Yeah.
When we out there on the highways and byways, they going, do you still feel this way? You know? You know what I'm saying? They going to test us. And then in that moment, we supposed to stand upon what we said. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to attempt to put us through torture. And whoever's lot that may be, that's the lot they will have to go through. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what our lots may be. But whoever's lot that is, that's the test that they're going to have to go through.
Hey, Bible Prashad, give Revelations, was it 3 and 10?
Yeah?
Real quick, just real quick. It's more, I just want to read that
Yeah.
real quick. You got it?
Oh, what you want?
10 days, faith unto
I
death.
got
2 and 10.
2 and 10, yeah, it's right. Can I just go right along with what you had said?
Yeah.
You know?
He's always a hater.
Yeah, even if we have to get put to death, you know, the Lord said, be faithful unto death. But go ahead,
This is on Revelation, okay? Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, so that's already, you know, the Lord told us to watch out for. He said, count the cost. That's another scripture. Another scripture we said, was that Sirach, the 2nd chapter, he said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
So he was already letting us know that, look, we got to go through sufferings, man. We are going to be persecuted, you know. So I'm gonna just jump back.
Yeah, that's real. That's an Esau trying to kick the tires, so to speak, man. You
Right.
Kick the tires, man.
But yeah, my bad. I just want to say this too. Paul said something beautiful though, which is
Don't want to conquer.
yeah. Somebody shot grab that 835 Romans. You know, because Paul said something beautiful too. Because somebody, you know, you might feel like, well, damn, yo, you know, I mean, I thought I was coming in this truth not to die.
Yeah.
You know, you might have that battling thing where you fear death. You know, you be like, well, I thought the Lord was gonna save me. I mean, we really could die too. Yeah, man, if that's the lot, that's the lot. But it's all, you know, you gotta be strong in the faith, man.
Right.
But you got it out. Because he said one thing here that was beautiful. You know, with all the word is beautiful, Salakia, but in particular, this goes good with the spirit right now.
Romans 8:35, who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution?
See, there you go, that word persecution. All right, being enemies of the state. What shall separate us from the love of the Lord, man? You know, being stressed out, you know, being demonized, you know, you got it out.
In Acts 14, I believe it was who was it, Paul? When he got stoned and he came back, he went to go talk to the disciples. He was like, in confirming their souls that through much tribulation, you shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. So that was like a confirmation, you know. And it says, or famine, or nakedness,
Hey, a famine's coming, you know. Go ahead.
or peril, or sword, as it is written.
Hey, what's the modern day sword? A gun, meaning Esau with rifles approaching your house, you know, coming on your block. You looking out your window, seeing your neighbors getting extorted out their house. You got it out.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
You hear that? For thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. So it's like, here we are as just sheep amongst wolves. It's like we counted out. It's like, what really protection do we got? You know? Paul's saying. But go ahead, Doc.
We are counted as sheep. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
There you go. He said no, but we're more than conquerors through him, which is Yahweh, that love us, man. So that just proves that the Lord uses us, all right, to conquer our enemies, man. You know, when it seems that we're weak, it seems like we're out. Hey, no, the Lord gives that strength. He gives that increase, man. You know, hey, scriptures say when they shall come in like a flood, then he will lift up a standing. So we're looking upon the time where the Lord is going to lift up the standing, man. You know.
See, and that's the thing, Esau, you're nervous. I mean, because look, man, after this, we got eternity, man, to live it up.
Right.
And 1,000 years to exercise judgment upon your ass. You know what I'm saying? You got seconds left. You're out of time.
Hey, that pride and our confidence, man, is being made small, man. You know?
No, yeah. You can just finish that off if you want.
Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Yahweh Shai, our Lord.
So when we're going back into the wisdom of Solomon, and we're understanding the mind of these Edomites and what they think of us, they think that they have a chance of separating us from the Most High. You know, one thing that they believe that they can separate us from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is that they implant the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. You know, they believe that if they can chip everyone in the world and start chipping babies when they're born and make it a new policy, you know, make it a new law, that they're rule forever. You know, that means that they have forcefully taken their blessing back from Jacob, man. When Jacob supplanted Esau 2 times, man, which was according and also righteously by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, done by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, you got that.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. That's a great millstone scripture right there. You know, and you see the men out there on the highways and hedges, man. You know, the northern and the southern kingdom together, man. And those are the Lord's witnesses, man. And we're prophesying in sackcloth, man, as the scripture says, right? And it says, these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth, man. And we're giving the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
And also too, because like how the brother was bringing out, like how they, well, it's all going on the same line, like with the whole testimony thing and everything, and I'm, you know, just bringing us before you know what I'm saying, them basically wearing that out, it's like a trial thing. Well, Esau, they think they having us on trial, but they don't know that their trial that they putting us on, that's gonna account to our salvation as far as for the Most High, because their trial, them trying to persecute us, that counted to us for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing is being reversed. That counts to us as being witnesses, and as our testimony. You know what I'm saying? As that's walking, holding our nuts up. You know what I'm saying? Like strong for the Lord and Yahweh Shem Shah. And real quick, it's Revelations 14, and I saw that verse 12. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints." So what you gotta have patience for? You're obviously going through something. Patience, what from the word petah means to suffer. So you suffering something. You know what I'm saying? So what? We gonna be suffering being put on trial before all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to, like them, they could be showing all of the records and everything that we went through, the things that we said, the things that we do, the last thing we currently did. How they did with Barabbas and said, who do y'all want dead? This man or the Israelites? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pick us. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna turn to us for a testimony, right? So we being patient for some because we suffering. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that kept the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shah. And I heard every time we saw, man, we gonna keep digging in your ass.
I'm trying to anger towards everyone reaching salvation.
He turning red as hell right now.
You good.
All that red blood showing through that weak ass skin you got.
Tomato face.
Words.
Tomato face.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works to do follow them. So if we gotta be put to death by you, and that testimony, that trial that you trying to have up against us, that's going to count as works as a clean rap sheet for us with Yahweh Shem Shah, a testimony.
That's right.
What they did, oh hell yeah. He did what? He stood tall. What they did what? They put ice picks in his balls. They did what? They did this. You know what I'm saying? He's sealed. Where's nobody at? You know what I'm saying? Have an angel appointed for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Put me in my new shell, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me test this thing out. Okay, how this thing work? Percolate this thing real quick while I'm gonna chop some damn eat my heads off, man. You know what I'm saying? Test that thing out with that new armor, that new gear. That's all this flesh is. It's armor, it's gear to protect our spirits, man. And when we come back with them spiritual power, man, it's gonna be something else, man.
Hey, you have more? You have more?
Nah, you got it.
All right, real quick, I'll just bring this quick precept out. This is, because like you said how they think they putting us on trial. How about Shem Shah got them on trial? And guess what? The Most High didn't point us to wrath. You know, he's not willing to take out his anger upon us. He came to preserve us, save us. So really them, it's worse. So this is Job chapter 18 and 11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Now here's the point. Verse 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, man. You know? Which is the Most High is the king of terror, man. You talking about terrorists. Well, the Most High is terrorizing the earth. The scriptures say that 2nd Esdras 9, this is the earth in which I know. And he went to earth in which he made. Let me. I'm gonna just. Nah, 2nd Esdras 9. I got it right here. It says
verse 2.
Verse 2 it says 2nd Esdras 9 and 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. All right. So really, the Most High is the terrorist, man, and he's the king of terror. I just want to bring that up.
Hey, there's another blood moon coming soon. You know?
What they calling it, the wolf or something? Or did that happen already?
Yeah, it's coming in. I think within another 2 days or so. We have that blood moon. I think the 20th, 21st.
Oh, I got some, man, fam. Second Ezra's.
Yeah, when we finish this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern a reward for the blameless souls. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. So you devils ain't nothing but death, man. You know?
I got Second Ezra.
Precepts.
Second Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. See, this is warning. Say nothing but a warning. And the individual earlier, he asked us, how do we know what's truth? Prophecy. You know what I'm saying? When you read Isaiah 34 and 16, it says, seek ye out the book and read. None shall want its mate. You know, the Bible stands alone, man. You know how certain people, like let's use people for an example. Certain people will get respect because they stand next to other people, certain other person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I stand on my own, not who I stand next to. You know what I'm saying? People will reference others for that particular reason. Look, the Bible stands alone. The 1611. You know what I'm saying? No other book can justify the scriptures. You know? It stands alone. But there's other books out there that helps edify. You know? But the Bible stands alone, and that's how we know this. The scriptures, the Holy Bible, is the way of truth. It's the path of truth. Because there's prophecy in it. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Ooh. And they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. Primarily that chip. And it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. Oh, you people chip ready, man. A lot of you people out there chip ready, man. You know? Because you already accepted it in your mind. You know, because of the way Esau's ushering it out. You know? But when it caused that great terrorist attack to force you and to mandate you to take that chip, and when they ultimately collapsed the dollar, oh, you people gonna be tripping people, cutting lines just to get that chip. Because they're going to put you in a position of difficulty to where you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't have shelter unless you got that chip. You know? But you're going to be held into derision. You know? You're going to be held in a trick bag for that. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, the enemy of the state. You know, we are those that who fear the Lord. You know?
Look at that, brother. And that's how you know it's really talking about us, man. Because you look at Jake in the Christian church, they can't even stop eating pork, man.
Mm-hmm.
So how much more is it for you to put your life on the line? You know what I'm saying? We tell them this in the scriptures, you know, and they come up with every excuse in the Bible as to why they can't stop eating pork. So how much more when your life is on the line for the very Bible that you claim that you believe in, man? You know?
No.
Here's one. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. That they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith.
Yeah, I want to read this real quick. Brother Shapal, GMS, it's time. He said, Sweden already showed that they ran out of chips so much people, so much people wanted it, it will be the same thing in America.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look like Black Friday out here when that chip come out. You know?
Anybody got anything else?
This is Mark chapter 13, verse 9. But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them. And the gospel must be published amongst all nations. But when ye shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate what, but whosoever shall be given to you in that hour, and that speak ye, for it is in not ye that speak, but of the Holy Spirit. You know, so the Holy Spirit is going to take charge of that day, man. You know, and it's going to be a testimony against them. You know, so here it is, man. You may be in that, so to speak, hot seat, man. You know, but it's going to be, here he is right there. Esau, Edom. You know, and you're going to be the one on the hot seat, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That wicked Haman.
Yeah, and we can, we can hate it, you know, where how everything was turned around, man. When he had set up those gallows, man. And what happened, man? Him and his 10 sons ended up on a gallows, man. You know, and that was all of the Lord, man. You know, and the Lord delivered the people, man.
It's you.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, so with that, you know, we hope the segment was edifying. You know, Esau in the midst of you know what I'm saying, trying to stop us thrice. You know what I'm saying? The word of the Lord, we're going to continue on, man. We're going to continue on to see for. Matter of fact, somebody real quick, to end it up, give me Isaiah 62, 6 and 7 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we not going to, Lord willing, man, you know what I'm saying? We not going to stop this thing, man. Lord willing, we are part of that elect. We not going to stop this thing until your ass fall, until this kingdom is brought down, and to be rightfully put in our right estate. And all you goddamn heathen is bowing down before us, man. How things are supposed to be in this righteous order, man. We the enemy of the state now, but soon we gonna be the rulers of the state, man. Rulers of the world, the galaxy. Forever, ever.
Ain't never getting tired.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Now, how are we able to do that? The unicorn, the internet, that helps us to do that, man. Us doing this right now, and brothers hours later, we go down on the timeline. Check that out what the brothers was talking about. This helps us to not hold our peace day nor night. So we ain't sleeping. You know what I'm saying? We ain't sleeping. You know what I mean?
Getting spiritual points in the sleep.
Hey, man. I mean, rack them up. You know what I'm saying? Rack them up.
So in the sleep.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Hey, it said keep not thy silence, because what? Because we the mouthpiece of the Lord. And give the Lord no rest till he establish and make Jerusalem a praise on the earth. So we got to keep on knocking down the Lord's door. That's praying unto the Lord. It tells you that in what Revelation is like 3:19 and verse 20. You know what I'm saying? About knocking on the Lord's door and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's what we doing in the spirit, man. We gonna keep kicking down the Lord's door, you know what I'm saying? So he finally come through for us, man. And all the words of Yahweh shout are tried and true, and we trust in that wholeheartedly, man. You know, and as all the rest of you brothers, you know what I mean, Akim and should feel out there, should believe as well, man. So you know, with that, you know, things is rolling on, you know what I'm saying? May Yahweh and Yahweh bring this bitch down. So with that, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Makar Kadash,
Yabuana to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and truth sincerity. He saw you going down.
Nelly, you're going down.